If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Oh, are we on? Sorry. Eat the strawberry. All right, I'm done. All right, I was telling you yesterday about this lunar rover that was set to take place. We haven't sent a lander to the moon since 1972.
Right.
They launched it yesterday morning early. It's already been abandoned. They had a catastrophic failure in its fuel tank or something like that. So they've already abandoned it. Yeah, and it costs so much money to send things to space, obviously. So it's just like a complete waste. And I think there's people's remains on it.
You said that yesterday there, but you would think we haven't been since 1972.
Yeah,
this would be easy.
You would think, right? But why haven't we been back? That's the question.
Have we ever been?
Have we ever been?
Have we ever been? Here we go.
They be lying to us about everything.
Everything.
That's right, TJ.
Yeah, she does sound like TJ. So there's a bunch of lunar missions planned for this year from a bunch of different countries, and the United States is just one of them. But not a good start to 2024 for a critical propellant loss.
Because they're not really full on NASA like they used to be NASA.
Yeah.
They do social programs and all within NASA now.
Yeah. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah, very disappointing.
Because they suck. They're actually stupid over there now. Like you never hear anybody say, "I'm no rocket scientist" or anything, because rocket scientists aren't really that smart anymore.
I didn't even know that.
No, they're not.
Michigan is the top trending topic because they are the college football champions. Last night, Michigan defeated Washington, and it is the top trending topic. Did you guys stay up to watch that game?
No. I watched the beginning of it. I watched probably almost the whole first half.
Yeah. Lisa Bonet is divorcing Jason Momoa. Maybe two of the best looking people that God has ever created. And apparently they split a couple years ago, but now it's official. They're going to divorce.
Yeah, I thought they had already divorced.
Now they split.
Okay.
But
because they announced
they've been dragging around on the divorce part of it.
Yeah, they announced the split, right? Because
I don't recall. I don't remember.
Yeah, they did.
When I saw this yesterday, my surprise was, I thought they were already divorced, but I guess they just announced we're separating, and now they're officially divorced.
They both look like they could be good if they would announce a shower.
Just stop.
Yeah, maybe. A little grungy.
They're good-looking people, but and she's way older than he is.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah,
I think he's a cool guy, though.
I do too.
I
But
love him.
still, he looks dirty. A lot of people I know back home look dirty, but they're cool. So I put him in that category. You can look dirty and still be cool.
Yeah, she's 56, he's 44.
Okay, she was married to Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz first.
Well, also a great looking couple. Like she's gotten some hot ones on her list.
Well, I mean, she's gorgeous,
She is,
so
yeah.
kind of happens.
It's weird though.
I'm sure they're both weird. I'm sure.
Weird.
And Lenny Kravitz is kind of weird.
That's like my dream dude. I like him.
Lenny Kravitz,
I love Lenny Kravitz. He still looks so good.
he's so cool.
Yeah.
He was at the Netflix Golden Globes after party. This is like his belly's out. Like you got to be in really good shape to pull off like a leather, crop top at almost 60 years old.
Yeah,
Probably.
he's like 57.
And I just know he smells so good.
I
He
like
does.
him.
I
And
just
all.
know.
He does smell good.
Yeah, see?
I like him and all, but that's clownish.
It's
For a 60-something-year-old guy, no matter what he looks like, to be walking around in a halter top, a leather halter top.
It's a bold fashion choice, isn't it?
I like it. He's doing something. He's
he's
dressing like
making
a
a
rock
clown
star
out of
should
himself.
dress.
He's doing something.
He's a rock star. That's the way rock stars should
He hasn't
dress.
been a rock star in a long time.
Oh, he will always be a rock
Yes,
star.
thank you, Alexis.
He will always be a rock
Yeah.
star.
Have you seen where he jumps in on that band that's playing on the street? Come on now.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, there's no difference in him walking around looking like that than Madonna, trying to sex it up still.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's way cooler.
Big difference.
He's way cooler than Madonna.
Okay, well. They're just senior citizens and not acting even close to their age. If y'all think that's cool, whatever.
Yeah, I do.
And then what's gonna be the biggest story of the day is this Jimmy Kimmel Aaron Rodgers feud, which started last week. Jimmy Kimmel spent 7 minutes during his monologue last night just ripping into Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback of the New York Jets. And Aaron Rodgers plans on addressing all this stuff today on the Pat McAfee Show on ESPN. So I love it. Good celebrity, unexpected celebrity feud. I will always be down for. So cannot wait to hear what comes out of that. Let them fight. Godzilla King Kong.
It doesn't
Let 'em
matter.
go.
It matters
Do it.
nothing in the grand scheme of the world. It doesn't matter. So just go at it. Keep us all entertained with it.
Let me ask you something seriously. Has Jimmy Kimmel ever made the same type of jokes that he made about Aaron Rodgers and the vaccine and all that about Joe Rogan?
I don't know.
I never watched Kimmel.
I don't think so.
And why is that?
Because Joe Rogan would beat him up.
He would beat the crap out of him.
Yeah. Well, you don't think Aaron Rodgers could beat up Jimmy
But
Kimmel?
I just don't. I do, but I don't think Jimmy Kimmel knows how badly.
But
He's brave to talk about Aaron Rodgers because they work for the same company.
But has Joe Rogan called Kimmel out? Because Kimmel didn't start this. Aaron
Yes,
Rodgers.
he did.
I thought Aaron Rodgers mentioned Jimmy Kimmel first.
Jimmy Kimmel used to rail on Aaron Rodgers
didn't know
about
that.
being an idiot and he's stupid and making jokes about him all the time when he first came out and saying that he didn't want to be vaccinated and all that stuff. Because Jimmy Kimmel's one of those drones.
Okay.
That was completely freaked out by it and doing whatever the government says do, he was doing, and then yelling about people who weren't getting vaccinated and all that. So yeah, Jimmy Kimmel started it a long time ago. This is the only thing that Aaron Rodgers has said about Jimmy Kimmel was that one shot that put him on the ropes. Now he's just flailing and throwing haymakers at the wind.
I didn't know that that Kimmel had started. I thought Aaron Rodgers started it.
Yeah, and if it turns out that if somebody knows if Jimmy Kimmel made fun of Joe Rogan because he feels the same way Aaron Rodgers does, except maybe even a little farther, than Aaron Rodgers, then I'll take it back. But I just don't think Jimmy Kimmel would have the guts to go after Joe Rogan the way he went after Aaron Rodgers in the beginning.
Yeah. Let him fight it out. So those are just a few things that are now trending.
Big news in Alexis's life. Oh, what is the biggest thing going on in her life? Trying to plan a wedding. So there's been a major breakthrough. Almost. We'll get an update. And I will have maybe one big piece of advice for you in your journey right now that you're gonna love.
Just what you asked
Can't
for.
wait.
Yeah.
All right, it's coming up next.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ Family app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hi, I'm Thomas Davis, and let me tell you why I'm a proud member of Team Neogenics.
If your nagging pain is keeping you from being active, do something about it. Join the long list of pros and average Joes who have found relief with our stem cell and regenerative therapies.
After trying all the others, I decided to try Neogenics. My knees and shoulders haven't felt this good since my college days. If you want to get back in the game, do what I did. Visit Neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. This one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right, cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies.
It's more than regular funny. It's extra funny. The Extra Funny podcast is live every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern on the Ace and TJ Family app and available anytime where you get podcasts. Now, more Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Oh, big news here with old girl, because old girl finally found somebody that would marry her. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but they're planning on it. He has all the best intentions. You know, she hasn't made it down the aisle yet. Some of us have said that won't happen. And there's actually an office pool going.
So I'm about to ask.
I'm not one of them.
How much money is it? Let me get in on it.
I'm not a naysayer. I'm not the naysayer. But you're very close to a major check off of your to-do list. Mm-hmm. What is it?
I think we found our venue, and I think we have the date. So we've been looking at venues for the past few days, and I had a mini meltdown yesterday, like crying and everything, typical meltdown, because everything is so freaking expensive. And we had looked at venues online, we had gone to see some, and I was just like, you know what, like this is probably not gonna happen how I imagine it in my head. But yesterday we had 2 venues we went to go see out in Shelby, North Carolina. So farther you get out of Charlotte, the less expensive it is.
And safer.
And safer, probably. So we saw this venue and I completely fell in love with it. It's within our budget. A lot of it is included in like an all-inclusive price, and it's like the best price that we've seen. And I think we're gonna do a Sunday wedding. So, because it's a little cheaper. Mm-hmm. And we're hoping for October 13th. It's the day before Columbus Day, so that's a bank holiday, so maybe some people will be off. It'll help them out if they're coming in from out of town.
Afternoon, night, what are we talking about?
Afternoon. We're going to end early. Yeah. You know, like at least by 10, party's over. Mm-hmm. But yeah. It was just, I mean, we probably are going to do the deposit, I want to say today or tomorrow. There's a few more things we just got to make sure of, and then I'll be done with that part.
Now, how many people are going to be invited?
We think about 75 to 80.
Okay, so it's a Sunday afternoon, and you got 75 or 80 people invited, so if, you know, a few people decided that they don't like to do stuff on Sundays, you wouldn't even notice if they're not there, probably.
No,
right?
I probably wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. That's good.
Good to know.
So Riggins and Rob already made that deal with you. Doesn't matter when the wedding is. You told them if they didn't come to your engagement party, then they didn't have. Then as long as they came to the wedding, you didn't care.
Yeah, they have to come to the
so
wedding.
they have to be at the wedding. Yep. So what do you think now, Riggins?
Why don't you mind your business? Shut up. What are you doing?
It's a Sunday afternoon.
Redirect you whatever line of questioning you got.
I really wish I would have gone to that party.
Yeah, now you do, don't you?
You know, you should have.
Yeah, you've already given your word now, Rob.
That was closer than Shelby for me.
Yeah. Not only was it closer, it wasn't on a Sunday.
Actually, I think it was on a Sunday.
It was on a Sunday,
it
but
was on a Sunday. That's why I
just
didn't make it. Yeah.
for like 2 hours. So
Just habitually ruining Sundays.
oh well, sorry. Unless y'all want to give me more money and I can go make a Saturday wedding.
Or what if they said, what if they went by that old TJ theory that what if they made a deal with you like, hey, if I give you a great wedding gift, like a couple $100 wedding gift, does that excuse me from the wedding?
Depends. I got to know what the gift is first.
Well, Rob said he already has on October 13th diarrhea scheduled.
Yeah, right. What else you guys got scheduled that day? Because I looked at the calendar.
I think that's my niece's anniversary. I can't make it.
Yeah. So, well, you know, I'll be there because
Right.
Jody will make me. But so that's all that you really need. Yeah.
That's it.
Is the fact that I'm there, and look forward to seeing your pretty friend Fuji again.
Fuji?
Yeah. What's her name?
What are you talking about?
The one I said.
Zuli.
Zuli, yeah.
I was like, what?
Fuji's very close. So.
Close enough.
Oh, man.
So, but the weight of the venue hasn't been lifted from your shoulders yet. You don't have a deal yet. Do you?
No, yeah. So we hopefully are going to, do the deposit tomorrow. Also, I talked to my dad yesterday. So I'm waiting to see what he's going to offer to help with. So That would be nice.
You mean as far as sponsorship of your wedding?
Yeah. What you got?
So have you asked him to sponsor your wedding so far?
No. When we talked the first time, which I talked to him a few months ago, he said whatever we needed help with to let him know. And yesterday I just told him we found a venue. You know, I told him I didn't want him to feel obligated to help. I know he had mentioned that the most important thing is that he's there. But if you want to help out, you know, I'll gladly take it.
Well, if it doesn't work out with this venue, I have some information for you of how you can get a free wedding venue and have your dream wedding without it costing you anything as far as having to pay for rental of a building or anything.
Well.
So I'll tell you that coming up next.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
When it's time for you to upgrade any of the furniture in your house, the first thing you need to do is check out Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. You're going to love the people that run Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Go to acetj.com/mattress and find them. When it comes to buying or selling a house, you know, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
It's more than just a great room that makes the Hyatt-centric South Park Charlotte such a special hotel. It's the great restaurants, the great bar, the great meeting rooms, and a superior location. Make reservations and get details at acetj.com/Hyatt. Today, every company is a technology company. No matter what type of business you're doing, you are a technology company in some fashion. But becoming a fully enabled digital workplace is not easy. That's why you should let CompuCom guide you. CompuCom is a proven leader in managed IT services. They deliver innovative solutions designed for how you work today and, most importantly, for how that will transform tomorrow. They help you deliver results. Just go to CompuCom.com for details. That's CompuCom.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show from the Calotren Studios. Lose weight the safe and effective way with Calotren. Go to acetj.com/weight loss to get details. Now, Ace and TJ. Ace and TJ.
Hey, we still got stuff at the Ace and TJ store. Don't think just because the holidays are over that we don't have that stuff. We got it going. The store is up and running still, and you want your Ace and TJ fashion, designer clothing. It's all up there, as well as the delicious hot sauces, the Ace and TJ hot sauces. Just go to acetj.com/store, and that's where you can get on it. So get on it. So Alexis was talking about how expensive it is to get a wedding venue, and she's at her wit's end, as they would say, crying and carrying on like a little baby.
It's sad to be poor.
Being a baby. Well, here is something that you may be able to do and get a venue free, like this couple in Indianapolis. And my wife's family is from that area, so I do know that it is pronounced Indianapolis. Indianapolis is the way they pronounce it. So anyway, there's a coffee shop in Indianapolis named Mansion Society. And they were doing their business, you know. They had their store up and operating, and then all of a sudden, a wedding party comes in. About 20 to 30 guests show up and then just sit down at some of the tables in there. And they thought, well, there's a wedding venue next door. And a lot of times after the wedding, they'll come in here and get coffee, waiting on the bride to get through with pictures and whatnot. And that's why they haven't ordered. They're waiting on the rest of their crew to get here to order. Next thing you know, some more people come in, like a photographer and a person to preside over wedding ceremonies. And then the bride comes walking in, and they take over this coffee shop to have their wedding, not telling the coffee shop that they were going to do it, not paying the fee that the coffee shop charges because they do have a venue for private events, blocking the doors, according to the report, so other customers can't get in. And when somebody working at the store said, we got to let our customers in, you're blocking our customers, the photographer said, No, wait 5 minutes. So, according to, and they have the video of it going on and pictures and all of that stuff. Said they were asking them to take their coats and purses and watch their personal items and all of that, asking the employees to do that. So so basically they just buffaloed their way in there and just took over the place and said, I don't care if this is your business or not, according to the story. Allegedly. They just don't care if this is your business or not. We're having a wedding right here, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Stop it.
That is hard to fathom. That takes a lot of nerve to do something like that. And then tell them, no, you keep your customers out for a few more minutes while we finish this wedding.
Mm-hmm. So they asked why they were letting it go for so long. Why didn't they just, jump in and cancel the whole thing and tell them to get out or call the police or whatever. And they said that they were too busy, frozen with trying to figure out what to do and taking orders of the people who were there to order, the customers that were already in there. And they said we couldn't stop a wedding ceremony midway. And then they said that they also were concerned about social media backlash.
Oh, come on.
For canceling the wedding. But now they've reached out to the people and said, we normally charge $500 and minimum drink fee for events such as this. Sure. And then according to this, the bride offered them $200, and they said, no, we want the whole $500. And the bride said, that's unreasonable.
Get out of here.
Wow.
What
So
kind of
you
state
can do
is
that.
this?
You can do that if you
think
want.
I'm that type of person that I'm going to do that?
I'm just saying, if it comes down to
Stop it.
and your dream day is at risk of not happening, yes.
You're usually like telling me off for how I live my life, and you're telling me I should do this.
No, I'm just kidding. I think this is repulsive.
It's disgusting.
And I think that there should possibly be charges of trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should be forced to pay the entire amount plus whatever money that the coffee shop could have lost by not being able to serve customers. I think they should just go after these people as hard legally as they can go. Yeah. I mean, just if they can waste them legally and in civil court or whatever, then they should do it. Whatever they can, and spare no expense on attorneys. Make a lesson out of it. That you don't do that to people. It's people's business.
And then how about her, though?
Or arrest them for stealing.
Hey, we normally charge $500. I'll give you $2. No, we charge $500. That's too much.
That's unreasonable.
You just took over their business, cost them money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's the bride and the groom.
All of them. Everybody involved. Everybody involved doesn't know how to act.
Yeah.
What way does the state vote?
In Indiana, they're about. I think they're up in the air from election to election.
See, no.
Yeah. Indianapolis itself is liberal, where they are in Indianapolis. But that will make a difference. You're right.
Of course.
It will make a difference.
Unreal. Unreal.
All right, people are asking a question all the time. This question comes up, and doctors are having to weigh in on it and everything. And I think that anybody asking the question because they're really interested in how they're going to live their life according to the answer would be considered, as my grandmother would say, trashy. We'll tell you about it next.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com. Give the gift of health and community with the Gaston County Family YMCA membership. It's more than just a gym. It's an opportunity to join a community, receive support for health and wellness, and participate in programming for all ages. Get details at GastonYMCA.org.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to BradhamBrothers.com.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So I think that keyboard sound effect thing sounds like somebody smacking or eating something.
I thought the same thing before, yeah.
Disgusting. Okay. Listen to me now. We have another story today about people rerunning their underwear. And people are so curious as to how many days you can go without putting on clean underwear that doctors are now having to weigh in on it. It's that important to a lot of people. So there's this doctor that has, they've written an article using her as the expert about how many days is you can wear underwear without washing them and be healthy and all that. So she's basically saying if it's a loose fitting underwear or something and you haven't done any activity, you may be able to go more than 24 hours. But if not, then you need to change your draw. And then starts listing all of the things that are bad about wearing dirty underwear. Have we slipped that much as a society to where adults are just sitting around hoping to get an answer to say you can wear your drawers 2-3 days at a time without changing them? Yeah. Is that where we are now? These aren't kids. These aren't little boys just trying to, not take the time to take a bath when their mama makes them go take a bath and put on clean drawers. These are adults having to be surveyed and going for the advice of a doctor. How long can I wear my drawers without washing them?
It's pitiful.
Here's the thing. Why is it so important to not put on new drawers every day, fresh drawers?
Good point.
What is it saving that much time? Is it saving that much money so you're not having to do laundry? Are you that lazy that you don't want to do laundry often enough to be able to wear a clean pair of underwear every day? What is it?
What's the reason, Rob?
What?
That's not nice.
He knows I'm joking.
He said you got a dirty butt.
Yeah, y'all said a lot worse stuff than that to Rob.
It only has one way, I think, to be I don't know, said, is that these people just don't know how to act. That's going to be my new thing in 2024, just chalking up so much behavior in the United States now as people not knowing how to act or people not being taught how to act. If it's that important to you to wear dirty drawers, then you have a problem. And I know what people are saying. They're saying, you don't have any room to talk. You don't have a dog in this hunt. You don't even wear drawers, TJ. You're right, I don't. But if I did, I would wear new ones every day. Clean ones.
I'd much rather somebody wear no underwear than wear dirty underwear.
So since you don't wear underwear every day, TJ, does that mean that you only wear your jeans one time?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You
and then throw them away.
You.
No, I'm not lying. Throw them away.
Mm-hmm.
They're gone.
Because your jeans are basically like your underwear.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man of wealth and taste.
Yep.
He can afford to just wear a pair of jeans once and throw them away.
Mm-hmm. Or eat them. They're usually edible.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like his underwear.
Mm-hmm. So listen, be an adult. Put on clean drawers. That's the first step in becoming an adult, is wearing clean drawers.
It sounds like a PSA.
Every day.
Be an adult. Wear clean underwear.
Yeah. Learn how to act.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Some of the biggest revelations from the Consumer Electronics Show coming up in Now Trending.
Missed part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.